Fellow students, welcome to the theory lecture of programming in Java for BCA 5th semester as per the syllabus of IK Gujral, Punjab Technical University, Jalandhar. The course code for Java is PXBC 502. Let's check the syllabus first of all. This one is the syllabus. I have already completed first three chapters: Fundamentals of Object-Oriented Programming, Java Evolution, and Overview of Java language. Today I am going to start with constants, variables, and data types in Java. These are the contents. Unit 1, Constants, Variables, and Data Types. Lesson 1 is Introduction, then Constants, Variables, and Data Types. Introduction about the topic. When we design a program using data consisting of numbers, characters, and strings, these can be either represented in terms of constants or variables. Only two categories are there basically. One is constant and second is variable. Let's continue with this content. First of all, what are constants? These are the fixed values that don't change during the execution of a program. For example, if I am writing pi is equal to 3.14, this one is one constant which is used inside mensuration part when we calculate area of the circle. The area of the circle is pi r square and perimeter of the circle is 2 pi r. Pi is one constant which is used. The value of pi is 22 divided by 7, or after calculating you can write up to 2 point of decimal 3.14. This one is the basic program of calculation of area and perimeter of the circle in Java. As far as explanation of this program is concerned, I am using import java.util.star so that I can enter the data from user side using scanner. And second one is import java.text.star. This import file is applicable when I am writing decimal format. With the help of this line or this code, I can place the data or print the data up to two places of decimal, #0.00, like this. Double is data type, radius pi is equal to 3.14. This one is the important point in our slide because I would like to explain the value of constant. Pi is equal to 3.14. This one is defined inside the program. All other values are variables, area and perimeter. Area and perimeter depends upon radius. You can enter the value of radius from user side. Then simply by writing the formula pi r square and 2 pi r, we can calculate the value of area and perimeter. Then simply printing area in the format given here, and you can print the data up to two places of decimal. Similarly, you can calculate the value of perimeter d.format per. I am passing these values using this format. That's why I can display the content up to two places of decimal. Next one is constants. What are the various constants? Numeric constants are there, character constants are there. Inside numeric constant, integer values are there, real values are there, and inside character constants are there and string constants are there. String is combination of basically characters. This one is example. integer constants. You can write 12, minus 17, 23, 19. These are the integer constants. You can take positive value or negative value. Real constants, inside real constants, you can place the value in decimal 12.4, 3.14, minus 13.7, positive or negative, any value 24.8. And then character constants. Character constants are of two categories. One is character, only single alphabet is there, and second one is string constants. String is basically the combination of characters: hello, pi, name, exp. These are the contents. Now the backslash constants, these are basically white spaces. You can produce a space between two string values. Tab, then new line, single quotes, you can represent the data in single quotes. Then you can represent the data in double quotes by writing the code. This one is a simple program, system.out.print line. In the first line, I am printing just hello Java, and in the second, I am printing hello Java by inserting new line inside. It means hello in the first line and Java in the second line. If I am writing hello, then backslash t Java, it means some space is there in between hello and Java. Then backslash, then single quote, it means I can represent the data in single quotes. Similarly, I can represent the data in double quotes. Let's check the output. This one is the output, hello Java, this content. This one is the first line, this one for new line, and this one is the space, then single quotes and double quotes on the output screen. After the completion of constants, another topic is variables. It's an identifier in Java that indicates a storage location used to store the data values. Unlike constant, variables may take different values at different times during the execution of the program. What are the valid variables? You can write any name, average, height, then my underscore name. It's also a valid variable. With the help of underscore, you can indicate a variable. Then starting with the underscore, you can also write a variable name. What are the invalid variables? Ampersand sign should not be there, and space should not be there. Float, this one is the keyword. And 1, 2, 3, you can't start a variable name by writing numeric value at the first step. At the end, you can write the numeric value ABC 1, 2, 3, it's okay. But 1, 2, 3 ABC, it's not okay. Now, what are the basic data types? Two categories are there basically. One is primitive and second is non-primitive. Now, if I am talking about primitive, these are the intrinsic data types. These are the basically basic data types, you can say. Intrinsic stands for basic data types, which are not derived from any other data type, that is known as intrinsic. First one is byte. Size of the byte is 1 byte, and it will store whole numbers from minus 2 raised to power 7 to 2 raised to power 7 minus 1. If I am talking about short, size of the short is 2 bytes, and it will store whole numbers from minus 2 raised to power 15 to 2 raised to power 15 minus 1. Then if I am talking about integer, it will take 4 bytes, and it will store from minus 2 raised to power 31 to 2 raised to power 31 minus 1. What about long, fourth category of primitive intrinsic data type? Size of long is 8 bytes, and it will store whole numbers from minus 2 raised to power 63 to 2 raised to power 63 minus 1. Then float, it will take 4 bytes. It will store fractional values up to 7 places of decimal. And what about double? Double, size of the double is 8 bytes, and it can store up to 15 places of decimal. And seventh category is Boolean, 1 bit, and it will store only true or false value. Then char, size of character is 2 bytes, and it will store single character or ASCII value. Then non-primitive is basically the combination of your primitive characteristics or primitive data types. Strings, combination of characters; array, collection of similar data type; classes, its collection of methods and data types. Now what about this category, this program? It shows the default values. If you see clearly the program, what I am doing in this program, I am declaring some variables: boolean x, double y, float z, int a, long b, string c in static category, because I have to call these elements inside this static characteristic. That's why I have to declare the static data types. If I am displaying the value, now no value is there. I am assigning no value to x, no value to y, means nothing is there of x, y, z and a, b, c. Now if I execute the program, default values of the above data type, as I have given no value, boolean is equal to false, double is equal to 0.0, float is equal to 0.0, int is equal to 0, long is equal to 0 and string is equal to null. These are the default values when I execute the program related to some data types. Summary of today's lecture: constants. I discuss about constants, then variables, then various data types. Thanks for attending the lecture.